Hi, friends. Welcome to Park Christian Church. I'm really glad that you're here. As we go into the month of February, I'm starting a new sermon series that's focused on something that the scriptures speak about often, but that we don't always slow down enough to really think about. And that is spiritual treasure. We spend so much of our time chasing the things that seem urgent: security, success, stability, a sense of having enough. But again and again, the Bible invites us to ask a deeper question. What is truly worth treasuring? What really lasts when our circumstances change? What holds us steady when our fear or uncertainty starts to take a hold on us? What kind of wealth can never be taken away from us? The Bible is pretty clear about the place we can find contentment. And throughout this series, we will listen closely to scriptures and see what they have to teach us about where the real treasure is. Not something that we store away with anxiety, but the real divine, eternal, spiritual treasure of God that is meant to be shared with the world. And we find that treasure in many places. We find it in God's faithful presence. We find it when we live our lives shaped by trust rather than fear, when we let contentment hold us and satisfy us, and when we find contentment in Christ. And we find it in love that is given freely and received gratefully. Jesus reminded us that where our hearts are and where our treasure is, that's where our hearts will be. So, this series is really about the formation of our hearts, of our desires, of our priorities. And I want to invite you, whether you feel spiritually full right now or whether you feel stretched thin and like you don't know what you're going to do, whether your life feels secure or you're facing great uncertainty, this series is an invitation to come and listen to what God has to tell us about real peace, real contentment. It's an invitation to loosen our grip on the things in the world that don't really matter, the things that are fading and passing, and to tighten our trust on what really is lasting, what really endures. And so, my prayer is that together we can learn to recognize and receive and live from the spiritual treasure that God has already placed among us. So, I hope that you'll join me throughout February as we explore what the Bible calls true treasure and discover the real freedom that comes from trusting God to be our greatest provision. Grace and peace to you. Thank you.